Welcome into the Cam and Strick Podcast, episode number 125.
Damn, boy. 125.
Okay, your energy. Do you want to start over?
No.
Do you need to have a little more energy?
I just looked in my fucking bag,
Where's
man.
your little monster drinks that you normally have?
Man, no, I'm good today.
Stop taking those,
I'm not
by
good,
the way.
by the way, because I got a sinus infection. Everybody thinks I'm a fucking crackhead.
Okay, have
I'm
you
like
diagnosed?
Snuffleupagus.
What are your symptoms?
I'm Cam.
I told you a couple things.
I'm normal.
I told you because I've been dealing with allergies for a long time. I've learned a lot about allergies. Man. In fact, I made an appointment. I'm going to go see an allergist next week.
You don't know shit.
Dr. Supermanian or something, I believe is her name.
Supermanian. Get out of here with that shit.
She knows what's up, and
it's
she's going to tell me. Yes.
Mr. Supermanian's a girl? Get the fuck on.
You need to keep your windows closed. That's your first problem.
I'm not keeping them closed when it's 65 degrees outside and Kate and I are enjoying a barbecue on the back deck, chirping golfers. That's what the fuck we do.
Do you really chirp the golfers?
No, they chirp me. I don't say a fucking word. I keep my shirt on, too. I should have put my fucking shirt off, but I didn't do it because there's golfers in my backyard. And they're like, hey, Cameron, what's up? I'm like, what's up, baby? They don't know it's you. Oh, do they think it's you?
No, maybe.
Do they think it's you?
Well, they see me on the list.
Or they go, is that Andy Strickland? I love watching him play back in Parkway North, back in whenever the fuck. No, like, Cameron, what's up? I'm like, what's up, baby? Yeah, do this, do that. But I have my shirt on. But I should have took my fucking shirt off. Now I have a fucking tan line, and I don't like it.
Okay, when do you start taking the shirt off? I'm curious about this.
I don't know yet. I don't know.
Because it's still March.
I don't know. My neighbors
Is it too early?
My neighbors are still cleaning my trash. When I put my trash out, it's unorganized, and they clean it for me. So I think they still think I'm a hillbilly. And then all the golfers are chirping me when they drive by, which is very far away, and I can't understand what they're saying. But I have a shirt on. But now my arms are tan, and my fucking shoulders aren't. And I don't like it. So I'm going to change it. I'm getting 2 more fucking weeks, and when y'all fucking fly by chirping me, I'm not gonna have a fucking shirt on.
Didn't you tell me?
Take it and like it.
Didn't you tell me that you fake tan, which is so embarrassing?
1,000% I'll do that.
Oh God!
It costs out the wazoo.
You're one of those.
So Kate and I, if we go on a yacht trip, because we get invited to wealthy things, because we're cool, and Andy's not. So we get invited to wealthy ass yacht trips.
Those are the only times you ever go out of town, by the way.
So, if you go on a 200-foot yacht, that's what you do for free. So I have to get tan.
Ooh, Patty Maroon was right. You just played into his hands.
I get fucking tan. So I'll go to Eureka Tan, and I will never go by myself because it's embarrassing.
That's what it's called,
Eureka Tan. There's an 18-year-old cute girl in there. She's like, oh, hi, Cam. You're coming in by yourself, you fucking nerd. And I'm like, no. My wife's with me, but I'm going to go with her. And I go, fucking, give me the fucking tan shit. And they'll give me tan shit, and it costs me like $80. Then I'll take that shit, and I'll slather it all over my body. Then I'll get tan. And I'll be like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Dude.
Let's go. I'll go to fucking Bermuda. I'll go to fucking Acapulco.
Hold on. You can get tan there, too. You go to Eureka Tan? You are seriously embarrassing.
I'm a fucking Hoosier. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be tan before I go to get tan. I want to be tan before I go get tan. You hear my drift? Because if I go get tan in Mexico or fucking Exuma, I'm going to be miserable because I'm not tan before I got tan. Then I get sunburned. So shut the fuck up.
Do you wear those little glasses?
I wear some badass glasses.
Like you have to wear those little glasses because
no. I take the risk.
If the light touches your eyes, you can go blind on that.
Don't care. My eyes are good. You wear glasses. I don't. Shut the fuck up.
Dude,
I don't give a fuck.
Are you bullying today? That is bullying.
No, is that bullying?
Keep it handsome. Yeah, keep it handsome.
You wear fucking glasses. You have bad eyes. Sorry. Your memory's better than mine. Now we're equal. That's not bullying. I have better eyes than you. Sit the fuck down. No, I can do something better than you.
You have to wear those little glasses.
No, I don't have to do a goddamn thing.
And sometimes they're like hot pink or they're hot orange.
And you know what else I do? I clean up my mess. Neon. So if I'm laying down in that mug, or I like to stand, I'll clean the fucking shit up. So that 18-year-old girl doesn't have to clean up my slop. Mm-hmm. That's what the fuck I do.
Oh, God.
I'm a good guy. Because I'm a good guy.
What kind of
Kate
slop,
doesn't even do
dude?
that.
What kind of slop?
Slop. Jesus Christ.
You're really doing that in there?
Doing it. It's natural. It's like,
not.
I'm sweating.
Nobody does that.
I'm not beating off, you idiot.
Oh, okay. Making sure.
I'm not beating off.
I didn't know where you're going
dummy.
with this.
I ain't beating off.
So I had a friend in high school who had a tanning bed in their house. And
that's a metrosexual, is what that is.
They had a tanning bed
That's called a metrosexual.
in their house. And like the mom looked like tan lady. You know tan lady?
Yeah, that's not hot.
Where they kind of
tan mom
like
on
leather,
the
tan
stern.
mom. It was like tan mom.
She ain't hot. She ain't hot.
Well, so you're going to look like that too.
Dude, I did it 3 times in 4 years.
You need to stop. It's bad for you too.
I'll take that risk.
Will you?
I'll take that risk for social media posts because I need to be tan. Because if I go to that goddamn thing
for social media
and I take my fucking shirt off, everybody's going to be like, who cares how cute you and Kate look? Your tan line sucks, so I'm going to beak your fucking ass. So therefore, I get tan before I go there. So I do the post with Kate. They're like, Kate's sexy as fuck. I'm going to like that motherfucker.
Okay, let me give a couple other allergy recommendations for people, too.
Yeah, will you, doctor? Thank you.
Some beer, light beer specifically, it has yeast inside of it.
Man, they all do.
No, hold on. And when you drink it, it lowers your immune system, and it forces the issues that enhance the symptoms that you have from allergies. It makes them worse.
You eat grass for a living. Shut the fuck up. You eat grass for a living. Stop it.
For a living. Are you going to get paid for that?
You eat grass and you eat air. And it's just like, what? Oh, I'm stuffed. No, you're not. You didn't eat anything. Get the fuck on. I got to bring Ty over to fucking feed him steak so he grows. You're chirping me for medicine? Get on with yourself.
Well, I'm just telling you, I want to make sure you're feeling better. I can't have you coming in here like this.
Oh,
your eyes.
Oh, I look like a fucking crap.
You're down the street, down the hallway sneezing.
No, I stopped sneezing.
Dude, yesterday morning, Chloe had a soccer game, and
she dominate. Did she go after the ball like I told her to? No. I hope you tell her to go after the fucking ball. She's not picking grass.
Okay, but I talked to Big Walt today.
No, because Andy's like, okay, Chloe, here's the deal. I want you to play soccer, but there's a bunch of grass out there, and we need to fucking collect it to eat tonight. So now she's fucking collecting grass.
Boil
like
it.
Fucking...
Well, I talked to Big Walt about this today. Never pump up your own kid. Okay?
You can pump them up to them, not to anybody
Correct.
else.
No, I do it to them.
That's a different story, home.
What do you think of the former player who tells you how great their kid is? What does that mean?
It's like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. What foreign player tells you how good their kid is? Go ahead.
There might be some. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I don't hear that
there
many.
May be.
It's always a dumb fuck motherfucker that
There's
comes
a lot
in
of those
that walks around naked in the locker room. Mm-hmm. You know, that shouldn't walk around naked. And he's like, I'm a fucking coach.
What's the requirement to walk around naked in the locker room anyway? Like,
you got to have a monster penis and you can't be fat. And if you have a tiny penis and you're fat, put your fucking towel around your little junk because I don't want to see it, homie.
You know what? They all sit right next to you.
They sit right next to me with their fucking junk. Get that little thing out of my fucking face.
So we got to save the grass. No, but she was good. She was good this weekend. We were short a player.
Yeah.
Did
you play? Because they wouldn't let it. They probably wouldn't let it.
But we were short, so she had to play there's a lot of field out there and whatever. But she played great, man. She hustles. She works hard.
Okay,
she
like
loves
happy
it.
and stuff. Okay,
she's into it,
That's
man.
All that matters,
she is
Andy.
into it for sure. She loves playing soccer, but she's not one of those kids that she wants soccer to be the only thing that she does. But soccer is a big part of what she does, and she wouldn't want to do life without soccer, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and she's meeting kids and like they're learning how to be teammates and shit like that. So you just have to do it. But if she's just picking flowers, man, for the roast that night, the half roast, then you got to be like, girl, go after the ball.
For the pot roast?
Go after the pot roast of air and water and grass. Go after the fucking ball and don't ever stop doing it. I don't give a shit if you're out of position at that age. Go after it and take it all the way down the fucking net. Who cares?
Yeah, just go.
Just tell her to go
and
run your ass off and work out. And then you start figuring out how to pass. Then you start figuring out how to...
they're there.
Okay.
I'm bringing you to a game, dude.
Okay.
I'm bringing you to a game.
I will be there. I swear to God.
I know
I will.
And you will
I'm a weirdo.
Shocked at how skilled these kids are and how they
right.
use each other and whatever.
I'm just saying.
Ty started rollerblading this weekend.
Oh, thank
First
God.
time ever outside. Now, he put him on inside early in the weekend for the first time. Skate around the house. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Skate around the house, get themselves going.
Get your groove, turn on it.
But once you take it on the blacktop and stuff like that,
because you can't
then
stop.
The wife doesn't want him bringing it back in the house because the wheels are all dirty.
Well, then don't do that then, Andy.
Okay, so then
get him two different fucking wheels.
So then oh, really? Is that how you do it?
You get two different rollerblades. Get him outside wheels and get him a little soft wheels for the house. If there's a little area in your house, get him a little soft wheels. Do I got to write this shit down for you?
But rollerblading, that is huge for skating development.
Dude, rollerblade. You could go to fucking Katy Trail in Chesterfield and have that little fucking puck and go back and forth. Have 5 in your pocket, having a backpack on your back because you're going to lose him. Because he's going to pass weird to you and it's going to go and you're like $14 down the drain. Who gives a shit? Put another one down. And you go for 3 miles.
Is the Katy Trail flat?
It's flat as shit, dude.
Is it like pavement?
Yes.
Are there cracks in the sidewalk?
Who cares? If he blows a tire, he's going to fall in his gloves and he's got to protect himself. I don't give a shit about you and your concussion. Well, I do care about your concussion. I don't want you to get another one.
The fact that you concussed me. Oh, I have an update on that.
Damn it.
I almost forgot about it.
Fuck.
I think I told you. I woke up Saturday morning.
What, dizzy?
No, I was still in the dark. My wife had to go. I think they were like $4,700 to get new shades in our room that black out the room. I had to have blackout shades because I couldn't have any screen time. I had my kids
Can we talk about your kids again?
I had my kids doing my social media for me.
I don't care.
And
I just don't anymore.
And all of a sudden, in the middle of the day, Saturday, Cam, it just flipped, and I started feeling better again.
Thank God.
I started feeling better, and I feel better today, too.
Am I getting served?
Well, I don't know. We'll see how Wednesday goes. I'm going to take warm-up and see how I feel.
So anyway, take your kid rollerblading. You can go for miles and miles and miles. Have little pucks. The pucks are going to go in the grass. You might not find some of them, but keep those goddamn things.
Or just go to a parking garage, which is what we did.
That's what you did.
Yeah.
You just cruise around, shoot pucks. Who cares? Don't hit cars.
No.
But just, it needs to be a clear parking garage.
Do you know that Jake Wallman told me that his dad wouldn't let him skate with a hockey stick for the first 3 years he started skating? I don't think
that's good.
Just so he could get the skating down. And he's like a ridiculous skater.
No doubt. Watch him. Now that could work if your kid's playing hockey every goddamn day. Mm-hmm. But if your kid wants to get into it, they need a stick because that's your balancing beam. If you don't have a fucking stick at the beginning, it's going to be falling all over the fucking place, just like a chair. And so they need to get 3 different things down when you're skating, man. Your edge work, where you could actually turn and stand up.
Yeah.
You need to learn how your stride is. How can I both stride both my legs? Like I could stand up while I could get going. And number 3 is stopping on both skates. Mm-hmm. Once they have that, but I'm telling you, if you have a stick in your hand, that's your balancing beam. And when do you skate without a stick? When do you ever skate without a stick?
When you break it and you have to drop it. And then you got to go to the bench.
Who gives a then you're still floppy as fuck. Or you drop your gloves and now you're fighting.
A public session.
Or you're fighting. So keep your goddamn stick in your kid's hand. Mm-hmm. He needs to learn how to adapt with it. Mm-hmm. He could hold himself up with it. He could turn and use it for balance.
Do you wear a shirt when you rollerblade?
Fucking no. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? Me and the boys cruising around that fucking cool
ass.
Me
and
the boys with no shirt on, and the women are rolling around like, oh my God, who are these two sexy ass? And we're like, what's up, babe? That's what you do. And now you're fucking jamming. Now you want to show off in front of the hot women.
Okay.
Although you're married, that's fine.
Yes.
But you can still be sexy. And then all of a sudden you fucking sauce pass, you spin around, and all the women are following you around, and now you want to show off more, so you work that much harder when you're sexy. Be sexy. Be sexy
Some
when you work out.
Some people thought you had a chirp for me because I posted my old Creve Coeur hockey jackets
I didn't even
found
it.
when I was a kid.
I thought it was I thought it was your buddies or something. I didn't even look at it.
Did you see the hat trick patch on it, or?
I don't know what that even means.
You don't. I know you don't. I know. No. Well, let me explain what it means. It means you score 3 goals in one game. They give you a patch back in the day. See, they didn't have that for you, did they?
No. Well,
you never earned it.
That's funny. I scored a lot of goals back then, but I didn't give a fuck because I was a child. Because when you're a child and you dominate, you're supposed to if you're good. So I don't brag about it.
Well, they just give you the patch. Every kid,
my mom and dad probably have 50 fucking patches.
I think they stopped it. When you started playing, I think they stopped. But back when I was a kid, they would give you the patch. It was like an honor to get a patch after the game.
I bet you there's a lot of fucking factories booming because of you making.
Well, no, they ran out of the patches. I think they just ran out. It's like
World War II with all the women going in there and making all the fucking vehicles and shit. They had to make all those patches for Andy scoring hat tricks at Parkway North.
Hey, you know what?
Everybody cares about that.
You know what's serious though?
What?
Like skate lacerations.
Fucking A. That's a
dude,
big boy. Oh, look at my body, Andy. I'm fucking whacked out of my mind with that shit.
Have you ever been sliced?
Fucking right.
Really? Where?
Slash everywhere in my body.
Not slash, but like with a skate cut.
Look, I had MRSA. I got fucking rocked so bad with a skate. I got shot block in my whole fucking body. It opened up a wound so bad to where they sealed it up, 2 of them, in my shin with 1 shot. They sealed it up so bad because I didn't have any protection down there. You have your things, but it just didn't work. Mm-hmm. And all that nasty shit went in there. I played the rest of the game with it, and I got MRSA, just like Chaser did.
What is MRSA?
MRSA is a type of bacteria.
Are you sure that's what it's called?
I think it's MRSA, yeah.
You better be right, dude.
Andy, don't fuck
because
with me.
They're going to let you know.
Andy, you get
the people in Saskatchewan, Alberta. I don't give they're coming at you if you're not right about.
They're coming after you with your bullshit. They love me. Are you kidding? No, I got fucking MRSA, and I almost had to amputate my goddamn leg. So the point is, man, I've gotten caught in my leg. I've got caught in my fucking hands.
I had to almost amputate it?
Yes, because it went to the bone.
So you got an infection.
And I was off of painkillers.
So you got an infection.
So I had to go through surgery without any painkillers through my groin and stuff. Oh, God,
I remember you talking about
I know. I hurt. It hurt. It hurt me.
I had to say that. It didn't hurt me when I
Andy,
had that.
you didn't go through a motherfucking thing. And that is the bottom line. The biggest thing you went through was me rubbing you out the other day, and it wasn't like fucking.
Did you hear my head hit the glass? Dude?
Yeah, I should have hit you harder, to be honest with you. Now
really, that's the way you look at it?
Because I'd rather you be in a coma now than bullshit me all the fucking time.
That's the way you look at it. You wish
I am now.
You wish it was harder.
Get out of here.
That is terrible.
I mean, I'm thinking about it. I'm like debating about it.
So check this out. We got to welcome Daredevil Hockey to the family.
Totally,
dude.
man.
Okay, we are so excited to have them on. The ultimate in performance plus protection. Here's the deal. Like, what do you call it? Like under your shoulder pads and everything.
Your undergear, man.
Yeah, your undergear.
Yeah.
Like, and the best part, like the pants that you wear, like you don't need a girdle or anything like that, or compression shorts because it comes with the Velcro for your socks.
So you could put your socks on.
So like they're thinking way ahead of the
You don't
game.
need a garter belt.
No, you don't.
I'll explain that.
Does anybody wear a garter belt anymore?
I do.
Do you?
I don't like it.
Old school?
Because my jock gets all
Did you wear
weird.
suspenders?
No, I didn't.
Was it ever weird to you, like players that wore suspenders?
No, because it's comfortable. I liked it because I had small pants. Because I always thought that if you had smaller pants, you look more athletic. I hated when guys had back.
Oh, well, that's not how you look, dude. I mean, you didn't look more athletic with the smaller pants.
10 years in the show. So when Ty wears big baggy pants, when he skates around, I'm telling you, when you're a scout looking at guys, like you look goofy.
You have to look right.
You have to look right. Just like with his fucking, I told you, tuck his goddamn, you don't even do this, Andy, but Ty tucks
Sometimes I do, sometimes
Ty
I don't.
tucks his shin
his
pads in
tongue.
and puts his tongues out.
Yeah.
Just like you just look more like, I don't know. Now, Nasher didn't do that, but
A lot of guys
Nasher.
put their sock over their tongue.
I don't like it. So like there's a style aspect to everything. So I always like smaller pants because I could like move around better. And if you watch a guy that has saggy pants that don't tighten it up, they look goofy.
I know. You see those people. You see them out there.
I joke about shit with like your concussion. No, but like this stuff, I'm telling you, you look goofy.
You got to look good.
I know.
To catch their attention.
Yeah, dude. You just got to
And a
look
good
like you're
scout's
going
to pay attention to that.
I'm just saying. Not that that's the end all be all,
No, but
it's
there's
like,
a lot to it.
Like, don't look goofy looking. Like, pull your fucking pants up and tighten them.
All right, so Daredevil, dude. Check this out. DaredevilHockey.com. That's the website, DaredevilHockey.com. Protection is everything. All the parents out there, man, if there's one thing, don't go cheap on protecting your kid and safety, man. Do not.
How about the arteries that they protect you with?
Dude,
like, I remember
you
getting
hear these
caught,
stories, man.
Dude, I remember getting caught with a stick or a skate. And you don't know you're cut. I remember getting cut in my hand, and my wrist,
Just takes one time.
and my Achilles. And I'm sitting there, I'm like kind of dozing off. I'm like, what the fuck? And I look down, there's a pool of blood in my skates because I'm fucking 10 deep in my goddamn leg. I had no idea.
You don't even know, but you feel it, but you're just not sure.
I'm like, oh, what's going on with me?
So, but this product has been tested. They partnered with the CHL, I believe, as well up in Canada. Carlo Koliakovo, a longtime NHL
Never heard
defenseman.
of her. Is she cute?
That's Carla.
Oh.
This is Carlo. Okay,
Never heard of him.
Carlo Koliakovo is endorsing this product. He's partnered with them, and he's still around young kids too, coaching these kids and doing training and stuff like that.
TSN baby, what's
he,
up?
He knows what's up. So listen, it's a compression-based layer. You don't even know you have it on. It's so lightweight. Designed with Kevlar cut-resistant fabric overlays. It protects all of the vulnerable areas of the upper and lower body that are subjected to, potential skate lacerations.
Dude, I get it, man.
So the vulnerable areas for skate lacerations, that's where it protects your body. So obviously in the hamstring area, the thigh area,
Achilles,
the back of the calf down to the Achilles, man.
Your wrist.
Yeah. Like parents, all it takes is one time, man.
I know.
All it takes is one time.
This needs to be like fucking mandatory.
This should be mandatory.
It will be.
And this is the best product on the market, hands down, bar none. There is no competition.
Military style.
Your kid doesn't even know that they have it on.
Yep.
And even if your kid's like, I don't want to wear that. Listen.
No, you're fucking wearing it.
You wear it,
You're
and then by the second or third time they wear it, they don't even know they have it on.
Just like when I want you to wear shoulder pads because you're very weak.
Yeah.
I said wear shoulder pads, and you're like, I want to look cool like Chaser.
I've got some new ones coming Wednesday.
Thank you.
Actually, you're bringing them for me.
Oh, I will hook you up.
Make sure they're my size. Do you know my size?
Yes, I do.
What size is it?
It's same as Kate, my wife, who's 100 pounds.
DaredevilHockey.com. But listen, not only are we happy to bring these guys on board and whatever, but like honestly, man, I got a kid who's playing now.
I know, dude.
And even when you're out there, all the men's league players out there, is it really worth it? Like you have a job, you have kids.
Damn it, Carlo, hook me up. I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna be tight as fucking that bad boy. I've been working out.
I did hook you up.
Yeah, you did.
I brought it for you today.
Yeah, I got it.
Comes in a sick ass bag too.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking. Oh,
they do it right.
I'm gonna look sexy in it.
DaredevilHockey.com. Here's the deal. Mention the promo code Cam and Strick. And I think it's all caps, Cam and Strick. you're going to say 25%. That's a pretty good deal, dude.
Hook your fucking kids
up. So hook your kid up. There is no option. If you're a men's league player, hook yourself up too.
Oh shit!
Stop trying to like. What are you playing for? You want to get a skate laceration Leo. When you're 35 years old, 45?
Yeah, the guy's falling down. Your fucking skates going up and hitting your goddamn wrist. No. Not worth it. Not worth it. Protect yourself.
We welcome Daredevil Hockey.
Love you guys.
All right, Rick Nash on this edition of the Cam and Strick Podcast. Man, you know what's funny? We've been wanting to get him on. And I've been trying to track him down. He changed his phone number. These guys change their phone numbers all the time.
When you're that big,
finally found the new number for Nasher. He got back to me right away, man. And he was so cool, man. Like when you have these guys on and you talk to them, I'm curious, like you as a former player, like your impression of certain guys. You're like, man, I'd love to play with this guy. Like, what's your impression of this guy?
Well, I just want to hang out with them now. You know, all those guys, man. They're all just you know who the cool cats are, and you talk to everybody. And again, the NHL is such a tight-knit league where we always say, if you talk to somebody and say, how is he as a dude? And they're like, well, you're like, okay. But if they're like, oh, fuck, he's great. Like, that's Nasher. Oh, fucking great guy. Big superstar, but a good guy. Did his shit, took care of the guys, took them out, shit like that. Like, Nasher's a fucking cool cat, man. Yeah. That's why he's got a good gig with the Army.
How good was this guy in junior?
Oh, fuck. I think I remember one time we were in the old shitty London rink. And he was over in World Juniors one time.
Is that the name of it? Like on the outside of the building?
Shitty London. Oh, I had to fight McMorrow every fucking second there and shit like that. So it's like
the new rink's pretty sick.
It's fucking dirty. But I remember one time I think he was in like Vancouver for the World Juniors, and he flew back for the third period. And we're up 3-0, and he comes in for the third period and scores 4 straight, beats us in overtime.
Really,
motherfucker.
We'll have to verify this with Nash if this actually happened.
I know. I think it did happen.
Could have been Corey Perry or something like that.
It could have been Corey Perry. Either way, we're going to get Corey Perry on anyway.
But it probably was Nasher.
It was Nasher.
He went first overall, man. Had a great career.
He was awesome, dude.
Aren't you glad you played for the organizations you played with?
Oh,
not to chirp Columbus, or because he's not saying he wishes he didn't play there.
Would we be doing this if I didn't play for the Blues?
No, but he's not saying that.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Dude, but he made $100 million.
But you can't choose where you go as a prospect, right? You just can't choose who's going to draft you.
Well, that's why we asked him. Like, what was the point where you're like, okay, enough's enough? Like, we're not.
And he's like, I get to New York and it's like a completely different NHL. Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, it is.
People don't think about that.
Well, that's why the Blues are in such a cool spot, because they've been in the game a long time and they worked.
But I think JD and Yarmo, even Torts, I think they've changed the perception. They got some of these young studs in there, obviously with Seth Jones and Werenski.
I think
these
the
guys.
Fucking women there are not like, why do I care about these college guys that aren't even making the NFL? Yeah. Why do I hang out with these Columbus Blue Jackets guys that are sexy as fuck and they got fucking $1 million?
Ohio State's a cool ass city, a cool ass school. Yeah, Columbus is a cool town.
What are you doing when you're done
man.
with that? You're gonna be like a fucking. You're gonna go to be a lawyer or something when you don't make the NFL. So the girl part, I'm saying, like, hang out with
they produce NBA, NFL players. It's a big school.
It's not, they're not making money. Hang out. All I'm saying is go bang the fucking
those
Blue
football
Jackets.
Players
go bang the Blue Jackets.
Are getting paid already at Ohio State. Who
not
you kidding?
$1 million.
I know. But they're driving Escalades.
I'm just saying, bang the
They've got agents already.
Help out the city.
Yeah, you're right.
Have the hot chicks hang with the boys a little bit.
Yeah, you're right.
Except for these guys, like, this guy plays college. Oh, yeah. Oh, now he's working at wherever.
Can you turn the lights down, dude? Because I know it's starting to come back a little bit. If you don't mind turning the lights down.
Christ.
Okay, just make sure.
What did I do?
Just make sure the lights.
I
know. What did you do?
You're never allowed out there.
What did you do?
You are never.
I'll tell you what you did. Your elbow came up and hit me in the head.
You're never allowed out there again.
Are we posting that video or what?
Yeah, we will. But you're never allowed out there again.
Hey, listen, can I just tell the people? All you
Ty's next.
Listen.
He's going to come out and you're not. That's the bitch of it.
Hey, when you watch the video, do me a favor. Watch it with your eyes closed and just listen to the sound.
Andy, I fucking tap the boards and it's loud. Stop.
Listen to the
You're
sound.
not allowed with the boys anymore.
Okay, but you know who
until you put on 15 pounds of muscle.
You know who is allowed? Car Shield.
Oh, of course they are. Jesus Christ.
800-857-2481. 800-857-2481. Mention the promo code CAM. You're going to save 10%. Yes, you will.
No shit, you will.
Get the protection, just like Daredevil Hockey, man. Everything's about protecting yourself and not regretting it afterwards. Like,
put shoulder pads on.
I'm going to wait until I get a skate laceration, then get Daredevil Hockey. No, it doesn't work like that. Just like you don't wait for your starter to go out and then get Car Shield. Like Cam had Car Shield before the starter went out, and then you were glad you had it, right?
No shit.
I mean, that's the way it works. 800-857-2481, carshield.com. Mention the promo code CAM. I know it's embarrassing. I know it's tough, but the reality is it's worth it. I mean, even as embarrassing as hard as it might be, it's worth it to do it because it's going to save you thousands and thousands of dollars. Your engine goes out. You never know what's going to happen, man. Make sure you're protected with carshield.com. All right, another new sponsor. I don't even know where to go with this, Cam, where to start with this, but Blue Chew. Have you heard of Blue Chew?
Oh, yeah.
You know all about Blue Chew?
Oh, yeah.
You knew about this before, didn't you?
So is my wife.
Okay, it's a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis.
I'm telling you this.
Cialis has the commercials with the bathtubs. You don't want all that.
Listen to me.
You don't need Viagra. You need Blue Chew. It's chewable at a fraction of the cost. And let me just tell the people before you go on here. They deliver it to you in like a discreet box so the whole neighborhood doesn't know. And you buy it online and all that, so it's not going to be like embarrassing or anything like that. Blue Chew's tablets help men achieve. Okay, all right. Well, you tell them what's going on here.
Okay? My wife's still fucking sleeping. Okay, my wife's still fucking sleeping. You guys get that? We had a lovely weekend.
Hey, ED's a real thing, man.
Oh my God, I'm a pathetic piece of shit.
Oh, you have it.
Sometimes you fucking ain't right. I take this. I'm a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex, sexual Tyrannosaurus Rex, which is even better. And like, you think I care? My fucking neighbors see me. I flaunt it. So they fucking drop it off my front porch. I walk out like, she's gonna get it tonight, and then all the neighbors are like, oh my God,
say that?
Yes,
what a Hoosier!
No, they love it.
I can't believe you do
that. And this
that.
isn't a wealthy part of Franklin County,
is it?
And I'm like, she gonna get it, and everybody's like, oh my God.
I don't think you should say that.
No. All the wives are like, can we get this? Hey, I'm not getting any tonight. Blah, 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 blah. And meanwhile, Kate's fucking still sleeping. She's still sleeping. Do you catch my drift on that?
I got you.
And you don't have a motherfucking headache the next day. By the way.
Okay, now that's important.
By the way. No headache.
No headache.
I've tried them all. I'm a pathetic piece of shit.
So here's the deal.
I take that mug, sexual Tyrannosaurus, just so you know. And the next day I'm like, oh my God, fuck, what the fuck is going on in my head? No. I'm horny again. And then we go at it again, and she's still sleeping.
Okay, so no visits to the doctor's office. That's easy, right? I mean, who wants to go to the doctor's office?
To do that?
No awkward conversations, no waiting in line at the pharmacy.
I prance around with it.
And it ships right to your door, dude. This is a no-brainer.
Who gives a fuck?
Okay, so here's what you do. And this is a great offer for all of our listeners, all y'all out there in Saskatchewan, New York City, Minnesota, Sweden, South Carolina, Florida, wherever you're at.
Iraq.
BlueChew.com, promo code CAM. Yeah, we'll keep it there. CAM.
Well, I'm the one using it.
Promo code CAM.
You probably should.
And you'll receive your first month free.
Oh, my God.
And all you do is pay $5 in shipping, dude. $5 in shipping. That's it. It's free.
Listen to me, guys. Yeah. You want to save your fucking relationship? No, seriously.
Oh, really?
Everybody's like, man, I'm good in bed. No, you're not. You blow your fucking load in 30 seconds. Who the fuck are you kidding? Or you can't get your fucking dick hard.
Wait, this will save your relationship.
The fuck it won't.
Interesting.
Goddamn right. Me and Kate literally make love for an hour. Time out. Think about your regular time you bang your girl. It's 30 seconds to 3 minutes. You're like, okay, I'm done. Kate and I we fucking take our time. We put the lights down. I pop this fucking pill. I'm fucking hardcore. Let's go. She puts a cute outfit on. I take a shower. I trim up. I do my thing.
Oh, she puts the outfit on?
Oh, my. She takes a shower. I take a shower. Then we come back.
This is like a whole thing.
Oh, mother. On a Sunday night?
This is a whole thing.
Are you kidding?
Okay.
And then I come down. Okay. I'm ready to motherfucking go. Then I take my time with her. But then everything's like amplified, right? So that sensation that you know, Andy, you probably don't know because your kids don't look like you. The sensation that you feel when you're inserted is amplified. It's all amplified.
And you shouldn't be embarrassed to talk about
this. Who
gives
a fuck?
Yes.
I walk outside like, look at me, motherfucker. Everybody's like, what's up, Cam? Yeah. And this is the wealthy part.
Are they high-fiving
They're
you?
high-fiving me.
And yelling like Blue Chew?
The wealthy part.
Are they yelling
I'm in the
Blue
wealthy
Chew?
part. Yes.
Of Franklin County,
and
you
so
are, yes.
It does. And then when you're done, you're like, holy cow. It's like having a goddamn huge workout.
That's amazing.
I know.
Okay, so listen, $5, that's all you pay.
That's amazing. How about you fucking try it?
No, that's all
Your
you pay.
Your wife fucking wants it. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, so here's the deal. They're chewable. They're like little blue pills that you chew. So it's not like a medication or like a pill you have to take. You just chew it up, man. It's really easy. So $5 shipping. Again, it's free for a month when you use the promo code CAM. So try it out and let us know what you think. I just want to make sure everything. I mean, I don't know about this whole dressing up type thing and all this type of stuff that's going on. You don't have a cool relationship. You know, I mean, just
that's what happens when you have three fucking kids running around. I'm walking around with a fucking rocket. Like, where you at, girl? And she's by the fucking fire in this badass outfit. And I get down and fucking dirty for like 2 hours.
Okay. Do you pop the pill?
And then I can still blow my load.
Do you chew it?
I can still blow my load.
Like right away?
No, I chew it. Right
away.
Yeah, right away. Oh, yeah.
And then you're just like, oh, my God.
Eat something first. Chew it up. Go take a shower. Get your groove. Shave your fucking bullshit, Andy. I saw you in the locker room the other day. You need to fucking trim up big time because it makes your penis look a lot smaller. So if you don't...
What, when you don't shave?
When you don't shave, your dick looks tiny. I couldn't even tell you had a penis. But you have to shave it. Then you come down and you're all decked out, and then she's like, let's go. Then you get down and dirty with her for like 2 hours, man.
Down and dirty.
There's nothing dirty about her. And there would be something dirty about me, but I got in the shower first. That's why I fucking emphasize that.
So BlueChew.com.
Yeah.
All right, check this out. We'll be telling you more about
this.
Dude,
it fucking saves your relationship. Now you guys, look, here's one more thing. Now you have something to look forward to throughout the week. If you're in a relationship and you and your girl, like, Saturday night is what we're doing. I have nothing to do Sunday. I'm fucking grinding up in Saskatchewan, fucking driving it up. Now me and the wife are like, we're doing it, and you have a fun time.
All right, can we tell the people to let us know when you get it and all that? Like, send us an Instagram post or a Twitter post. Like, let us know.
Actually, send a video of you guys having sex. I'll watch it.
I mean, just let us know. Okay? BlueChew.com. Again, get free for a month, man. Sounds pretty good. $5 is all you pay for shipping.
Dude, it's easy, Andy.
I know.
It saves your relationship. Yeah. That's a key point. I suggest you fucking do
What if those out there say, well, I don't really need that? Well, you think you do.
Yeah. Ron Jeremy. Peter North. Yeah, sure, motherfucker.
All right, listen.
You kidding?
We keep it handsome, no doubt. KeepItHandsome.com. I see
the frown on your wife's face.
KeepItHandsome.com. Get the shampoos, the conditioners, everything that you need from Keep It Handsome. Again, we fight the bullies. We're anti-bullying with Keep It Handsome. KeepItHandsome.com. Our boy Marco getting it done.
Badass.
Get the Fight Ugly hoodie. A portion of the proceeds go to the Montreal Resource Center.
Goddamn
we got
right.
the Cam and Strick hats. We collaborated with Keep It Handsome. Get those Fight Ugly hats. You can go to camandstrick.com today. Click on the link. It'll take you right there. Again, Keep It Handsome. Fight Ugly. Fight the bullies. That's what we're talking about here on the Cam and Strick podcast. Bellman.com. Get your car in time for the springtime, man. No matter what you're looking for. A Cadillac, a Buick GMC. I'm looking at that Cadillac Escalade. Cam's looking at that Buick Enclave, the pearl white, frosted seats on the inside. Looking nice, Cam. Looking nice.
I'm a sexual tyrannosaurus. I can do whatever I want with a Buick.
And you can get a GMC too, man, which is sick. Even in the summertime, there's no doubt. Across the street there in Troy, Missouri, you got the Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Get that pink Jeep, 2-door, small wheels with flames on the side.
Why do you promote that
Cam is looking
thing?
at that as well, okay? So get that. Personalized license plates, whatever you want. You can find it all in Troy, Missouri with Bellman and Bellman.com. And they treat you right. They give you the best customer service.
Your wife can go in there and not get creeped out. Your wife can go in there and not get creeped out.
I mean, that's just the bottom line.
Those guys all need those pills. And
that's the bottom line.
They act like they don't.
Yeah.
But they need them.
Yeah, it's that simple.
It's just that simple.
Okay.
30 seconds.
CamandStrick.com. Get those Victor Hockey hats. Victor Hockey USA on Twitter and Instagram. CamandStrick.com. You missed a previous episode, dude. They're all there for you. Just click play. You can listen. It's that simple. CamandStrick.com. Check out the Cam and Strick hats we have on the website as well. When I drive black tie. Ty says that now. I mean, it's amazing. He's like the newest pitch man for Drive Black Tie. He knows what's up. He's looking for that Maserati. We had the Maserati.
He looks like Taylor Hall is what he looks like. Did Taylor Hall come by 4 years ago and do an interview at your house?
When he played in St. Louis, you think?
Honey, Taylor Hall's here. Oh, just tell him I'll be there in a half an hour. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Taylor Hall's like, I just took a Blue Chew.
He looks just like Taylor Hall with those big old lips and the hair and shit. God damn. Nothing like you. It's crazy.
No, he looks just like me.
No, he doesn't.
And in fact, yes, he does. The Daredevil people were telling me today that he looks just like me. So there you go.
They were looking at the Buffalo Sabres website.
All right, Drive Black Tie and download the app. Choose the fleet of cars that you want. You can be a member of the bronze package like Cam. He likes the economy cars. You can do silver. You can do gold. You can do,
I'll take
platinum. I know. Beggars can't be choosers, man. But again, you can choose. In this case, you choose what you want, and you get it when you want it.
I won that
I know,
Corvette.
It's so nice.
I won that Corvette next weekend.
I know.
Weekend.
You can
I should have called Ellie.
So if you want like a G-Wagon, man, something exotic, you want to drive a Porsche, you want to have a range for the weekend, dude, honestly, this is where you can do it. You got to check it out. Hook it up. Call our good friends Dylan and Ellie. They'll take care of you. And be one of us, man. Become a member of a Drive Black Tie, dude. It's one of the best decisions we've ever made.
Right.
Drive Black Tie. All right. Rick Nash, man, former first overall pick back in 2002. We're going to fact check a lot of these stories that Cam talked about during this interview. We'll see if they're accurate or not. And we'll let you know how those turned out. But
it's like King Louis the 14th, but this dude banging prostitutes in Montreal.
This guy's just chill. He's just chill, man. and he was a hell of a hockey player.
Great guy.
And happy to have him on the Cam and Strick Podcast. Enjoy.
Hello.
Ricky.
Nasher.
Ricky. What up, homeboy?
How's it going, guys?
Where you at right now, dude?
Nothing. Just in Columbus. Just,
there you go.
Kids are on break, so.
Oh, fuck. Oh, is that nice or no?
Entertained.
Is that nice to have the kids on break, or is it like getting to school because you haven't been to school in fucking 10 years?
Well, I mean, the school, just gives you a routine. And then the kids are out, so then it's just, a fire drill every day. So
hey,
it's all right.
Cam doesn't have kids, so he doesn't understand that, Rick. So
Ricky,
if you just want to talk to me and we can talk about that,
yeah, that'd be a cool interview.
Because Cam just does not. He just doesn't know how to
talk about kids all fucking time.
He doesn't understand it.
And see how many downloads we have. Jesus Christ!
How many kids you have there?
3. I got 3 here.
Boys or girls?
We got boy, girl, boy.
Ooh, that's kind of cool, man. They can stick up for the girl, do their shit. Are they playing?
Yeah.
Like, are they athletic? Do they want to do shit? Like, is it tough to be you and have the kids grow up and maybe they're not into shit? Like, is that the case or what's the deal?
You know what? It's I don't really care either way. If my son and my 2 boys want to play hockey, or if my daughter wants to play hockey, it's up to them. I leave it up to them. My son loves it. He's finally getting a passion for it. He's 6 now. Yeah, he seems to love it, but we'll see. It's different growing up in Columbus, Ohio, than it is in a suburb of Toronto where hockey kind of rules. So it's different, but whatever my kids want to do, that's what they can do.
Yeah, but okay, you're in Columbus, though, and you're not in Toronto, but you're you, okay? And everybody knows who you are. So if you want them, if they have an opportunity for something, like you're their daddy.
Well,
so,
and kids are coming out of Columbus now, too.
The
hockey's gotten better, and you're a huge part of that.
And then Ricky's like, oh, no, he just started figuring it out at age 6. Like, well, fuck, that's pretty goddamn young, and he's figuring it out then. So he's got a long ways to go, but you have every opportunity in Columbus still, right?
Oh, now, yeah, for sure. But it's still not Toronto when it comes to minor hockey or Michigan or, those hotbeds. But still, we got some NHL players coming out. And, it's funny. I take my son on the ice and, he doesn't listen to me. He's, his dad. So it's kind of funny when you see these coaches and that's when he pays attention. But as I said, if he's healthy, whatever he wants to do, he can do.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, man. And
Andy wanted to be a ballerina back in the day, and he didn't want to do.
Hey, listen, and they will not listen to you. It's so much easier not being on the ice with them and just having them, especially at a young age, be coached by somebody else who can get the point across, and they have to listen to them because that's their coach. So were they born with flow and are they 6'4" already? Nash, do they look like you?
Are they handsome like you? Come on.
You know what? They're they got some height. I played volleyball actually, funny enough, in high school. That was back when everyone played multiple sports, right?
Yes.
Summer was for lacrosse, and you played on your high school teams, and now it just seems like it's year-round hockey. But back to the kid thing, it's funny. People almost stand on the glass watching them, and they always come over like, "Why aren't you on the ice teaching these kids or showing these kids?" And I'm like, I will when they get older, but right now my son needs a different voice. I'm his voice at home. I'm trying to teach him how to be a good human and a good kid, and that's more important to me than the honest stuff.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. And,
I get you.
And 100%, that is the most important thing. But we want to talk about your volleyball career, actually, not your hockey career. And you're like the fifth or sixth player that we've had on who played volleyball. Is that a thing in Canada? Where I guess the big tall ones like you, they get them into volleyball too, don't they?
You know what? It's not the big thing in Canada, but it was something else that I wouldn't even say I was good at. I was okay at. And you know what? Growing up in Brampton, I'm not saying it's the hard streets of Brampton, but it kept you just kind of. My dad always taught me, just play team sports. Stay active. After school, it was going to practice instead of going to find trouble. It's just a way. And again, I'm not saying I grew up in the mean streets or anything, but it's just a way to be on a team sports and try to stay active.
Well, fuck. Well, if you're on the mean streets anyway, if you're playing volleyball, those guys all respect you, I'm sure, right?
They're like, don't mess with him.
He's a fucking volleyball player.
He led the league in kills.
He fucking smashes guys.
What? You wear that leather jacket around with volleyball volleyball on the side, and everyone.
Oh my God!
Everybody's like, he's a bad boy.
Can I just say this real quick though?
Yeah.
I hung out in Brampton. I was covering the Mike Danton story. I was there for weeks, and it kind of is tough. Like, it's different than other spots of Canada that I went to. I mean, it's like, it's not exactly like Toronto or somewhere. You know, it's not.
Toronto's multicultural.
No, but where is
Windsor? How's that?
Well, I know, but where's Jordan Whittington from? What's it called?
Guelph.
Damn, Richmond Hill. It's not Richmond Hill. Put it that way.
Pretty boy land. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? It's it's a middle class working city. It's it was a good place to grow up. Hockey was number one though. I don't want to get you guys stuck on this volleyball stuff.
No, we're talking about that, dude. I want to know what kind of fucking tights you wore. Tight ass fucking shorts. I could see you in tight shorts and no shirt on. Oh my God, Ricky. I want to see a picture of that, by the way.
Were you drafted first overall in volleyball too? Come on, be honest.
I should have been drafted second overall in 2002, but we'll get into that in a second. But when did you know though, man? Like, I remember playing against you. You're in 84 and I'm in 84. And you played for the Marlies, and I was from Eureka, Missouri, playing for the AAA Blues. And everybody talks about you in a tournament and this Rick Nash, and you just go out there and fucking dominate. Like, when did you know, Ricky, that you were special?
You know what? It was funny. I kind of just watch kids now, and it seems like the kids that are good are the ones that always have a stick in their hand and always, watching hockey. And I was obsessed with the sport. I loved it. I had an older brother, and I always watched him play. Then, growing up in the AAA program, it just always seemed to be, one of the best goal scorers on the team. And it just always kind of came natural to me. But at the same time, I remember just sitting outside, hitting shots all by myself, playing road hockey, with my rollerblades on my feet. It was just always hockey. And it's interesting. You see the kids that kind of put the time into it, and it works. The practice, it does work. But, back to your question, kind of the first time, it was always my dream. My mom pulls out things from, kindergarten, from grade 1, grade 2. What do you want to be? An NHL hockey player, always. And as I grew up, it never changed. But I remember riding on the bus from London to Kitchener, and you obviously know these lists that came out with the Central Scouting reports and all that. And it was.
You talking to Andy? Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
Right. And I was in I think the top 20 or the top 50 red line report, and it hit me sitting on that bus that, hey, like I'm pretty close now. If I take this even more serious, I can be playing a game for my job and make some good money and give myself a good lifestyle. And it clicked, and we were on the 401, literally maybe going through Woodstock or something. And it clicked to me that I'm going to be doing everything I can to be the highest draft pick and have a long NHL career.
Well, you did.
That's amazing, man, that even at that age, you can kind of look at the big picture, that it's not just, okay, because I always wonder when guys that are as good as you and drafted that high, you just assume that it just comes so automatic that maybe guys take it for granted, or they just assume that they're going to go first overall because there is so much hype, there's so much attention on you guys before you even get to the NHL. But it sounds like you kind of saw the big picture and the writing on the wall, and you went after it.
Yeah, you know what? The way I was brought up, and it was just kind of take every opportunity you can and make the most out of it. And as I said, I had an older brother, and there was a lot of hand-me-downs, and trying to do the fundraisers, my parents, just to meet the costs of playing for the Marlies. It was always hard work, and their hard work, and them doing it, and then getting me rides to games, trying to get home from work to get me to a 6:00 game in Toronto. It really rubbed off. And you know what? I even have a higher appreciation being a parent now, how much the parents have to give in and how much they have to be dedicated for your kids to make it. And I was lucky. I had 2 great parents, and that kind of rubbed off on me. So when I saw that opportunity, there was no chance I was letting it slide.
No, hell no. And you're lucky that you're kind of in the mix of things right there too. Like, you could just travel a little bit, and if you wanted to show off, like, people are looking at you. You know what I mean? Like, so when you start dominating AAA, you're fucking doing your thing, and everybody's all the attention in all those big old tournaments. It's all about you. And then you go to London, and you got a little bit of attention playing AAA, but your mommy and dad are in the fucking stands. But then you go to London, and now you're a big dick. and you're a young kid, like, how'd you react to the attention and shit, man? Because we all take it differently.
Well, London was a bit different back then. It wasn't the kind of, I don't know what you want to call it, dynasty or
big rink and all that. Yeah,
because it was before Dale got there.
It was
right?
a shitty rink. I remember.
It was the year that they bought the team.
Yeah,
so it was their first draft pick, and I mean, you and Chris Bain know that rink well.
Oh yeah.
Do you not?
Oh God, that shitty
I remember
fuck
sitting
rink.
in school with. I remember sitting in school with him. Do you remember him?
Oh,
you guys had some great tilts, obviously, and I mean, all day we just knew that you were rolling into town. And it was, you know what? It was just one of those days at school where you always knew Cam was coming in, and it was going to be a hard night for him. But
was he going to score 3 on the power play?
Shut up, Andy.
Is that what he was going to do?
Can he pump me up without you being a dick? Jeez Louise.
Hey,
sorry, Nash. Go ahead.
He's had some nice goals.
Hey,
Chris was a tough guy too.
He was.
Cam may have you call him tonight and put him to bed. Just say the same thing. Can you repeat that?
Can you just tell me?
I got to go back though. I got to ask you this because Brampton, it is pretty much a blue collar town. You mentioned your parents, what they did for you. So I would imagine you didn't grow up a ton of money, right?
Yeah,
I mean, your parents had to work. So, but you signed some big time contracts. Did you ever pay your parents back and hook them up?
Oh yeah, that was the first thing I did was pay off the mortgage. Made sure my parents were all set with cars that you didn't have to pray they were going to start. You didn't have to plug them in the winter; they were going to start. So that was always the first thing was to take care of them and take care of my brother and make sure our family was all set because we didn't grow up with any money. We scraped to get by, and we were able to play hockey from them working and doing the fundraisers and all those things. So definitely that was number one on my list was to get back to the family and make sure they were comfortable.
Damn right. And to go out in London and do your thing. But here's the point. So you're telling me that the Marlies, like, it was that expensive to play on that team? Like, that was the best team going in AAA. They didn't have sponsors to take care of you guys, so your mom and dad had to fork over a ton of money, even with the Toronto Marlies.
Because I wonder what the cost to play then was versus what it is now, because it's just gotten so crazy.
Well, I believe there's programs that help out kind of less fortunate kids to make sure, they can give what they can give. And, they figure out through sponsors and different things when you're with, a top organization like that. I don't know if it's right or if it's wrong, but I know that stuff still goes on to kind of, get the best kids if their parents don't make enough money to still have the opportunity to showcase themselves with the best organizations.
Yeah, here we call that Big Walt. Like Big Walt, he pays for kids who can't play.
Yeah, he does.
He's always stepping up, man. I'll say that about guys like him, man.
Goddamn right.
And even a kid the other day told me, and I didn't even know this, that like Al McInnes paid for him to go to a gym to train.
That kind of shit happens.
And Al, he'd probably kill me to say that publicly right now, but it's like he would never tell anybody. And all of a sudden, a kid tells me the other day that, hey, Al McInnes paid for me to go to have a trainer when he was playing in the OHL when he came back in the summers, man. That type of stuff. It means so much to these guys, and it says so much about the guys who do.
I wanted Brett Hall to do that for my parents, but he had no idea who I was back in the day. Ricky,
should have got Basil McRae would have stepped up.
He would fucking right.
Basil
if we would have known, my parents didn't know anybody, so it's like fuck. They would have hooked us up. Let me ask you.
Hey, this kid was actually training with Philip, I believe. Actually,
Who was?
Tony Dehart. He was the kid.
Yeah.
The Cam and Strick Podcast is brought to you by CarShield. Nothing more frustrating, Cam, than when that engine light comes on and right off the bat, you're going to have to spend thousands of dollars to repair your vehicle. Call 800-857-2481. Mention the promo code CAM or visit carshield.com and use the code CAM to save 10%. Yeah. That's carshield.com. A deductible may apply. Save yourself money. Sign up and get your coverage now with carshield.com. Now back to the interview.
So, Ricky, okay. So you're dominating AAA. You're getting all the attention in AAA tournaments. You know how that is. So you have agents coming up to you left and right. Your mom and dad are fucking talking to agents, maybe some weirdo agents, maybe not. But your son's going to make money. Your son's playing. You get all that shit. But all of a sudden you do get drafted. You're first overall. And you're like, fucking A, I'm going to sign a big-ass ticket. My agent's talking to me. I'm gonna tear up the system. I'm gonna get big time dollars. Like, explain that. Your mom and dad didn't make any money. You got an older brother. You got your buddies in Brampton, and all of a sudden you're going to sign for at least $1 million signing bonus and more than that. Like, what'd you do with the money? How'd you feel? Were you on cloud nine? Did it become too much?
Yeah, so it's a great question to get into that stuff, and it all starts with the parents. I mean, I was lucky to have my dad by my side, and now thinking how vulnerable I was and how it could have went kind of the other way. But you know what, we met, I remember I was 13 or 14 and agents started calling and started getting all these letters from colleges and universities and different scouts. And my parents went and met with about 5 different agencies without me, and they brought it down to about 2 different guys that they felt comfortable me spending time with. And I went out and spent time with those 2 agents, and I ended up really hitting it off with a guy named Joe Resnick, who didn't really have many NHLers at the time. Maybe, I don't, if any. And I felt like I could have a friendship with him. Obviously, business is business. But I felt comfortable with him telling him any situation I'm in and him being able to help me. So I think that did help my career, was kind of going with a smaller firm, boutique firm, and someone that I could call and always get a call back. I know, and you guys have been around the game enough, you hear some horror stories of, 4th line guys or bubble guys just going with these big companies because they wow them. And the next thing you know, they can't even get a call back, or, they don't know what's going on. And funny story about, I signed my first contract. We were out for practice before the first game, and we finally got it done. And I was living in Columbus by myself. My dad was coming back and forth working still. And it was 2 weeks into the season, and I got my first paycheck. And I called my dad, and, maybe I didn't pay enough attention in school, but I called him and I said, the number at the top is a bit different than the number at the bottom. They only gave me half my paycheck. And, he went on to explain me that it's, taxes. And again, you got to remember, I literally turned 18 that summer. Yeah. So I was still in grade 12 back in Ontario, and I had to leave school. And, it was funny. I was like, why don't you learn this stuff in high school about taxes instead of, fractions and long division? So it was kind of interesting leaving high school and trying to explain to my teachers that I'm leaving, but I might be back. I might not be back if I make the team. And,
no, you're not.
The teacher's asking me, well, do your parents know what's going on, that you're not coming back to high school? And I don't know. It's funny, but the taxes on the paycheck.
And you're in Columbus, by the way. Imagine you're in fucking LA or Toronto.
I know what the taxes would be. But you know what? Because I was reading, I think your contract that you signed as a rookie was the highest, most lucrative contract ever for a rookie. But it said that there was a bonus structure where you could have made up to like $8 to $12 million. Like, how much did you end up making your rookie season?
Well, it was funny. My rookie season, I didn't hit too many bonuses. But the second year was when I won the Rocket Richard, and all those bonuses were in play. Yeah. And after I got over, I think, 5 power play goals, it kicked into something like 10 grand or 15 grand bonus per power play goal after that. And I don't remember what I finished with, but a lot of the guys knew that I was getting a pop for every power play goal. So if you watch any of those celebrations, I think the guys on the power play were more happy than me. It was just kind of funny when those bonus structures were huge, and it cashed in nice on the second year, winning the Rocket Richard, hitting the a few others, but the power play goals were the big ones when you're getting per goal a nice little chunk of money.
Oh, I know about those.
So how much do you think you got though in the second year? Because like even some of these guys, even in the rookie contracts now, and I know it's capped out and whatever, but they have bonus structures. Like, I mean, the good players, man, I mean, they can still make over $3 million, on their rookie deal if they hit their bonuses. So
we just looked it up.
So if you don't want to say, I'm just asking, like, was it closer to the $8 to $12 million mark? Because I've never heard of a player making that much money on an entry deal,
dude.
on a rookie
deal. No, it wasn't anywhere close to that. I think it was maybe, I want to say 60 to 70,000 for a major NHL award, which was the Rocket. And then it was, I think, $25 grand for 5 power play goals and then 10 grand on top for each. And I think I hit 17 to 20 power play goals. So I mean, it was to get to the full amount. I wasn't close to that, but it was still, I have to say Joe Resnick did a great job in negotiating that and all the bonuses. And when you produce at a young age, it pays off.
What'd you do in that town though? You're fucking 18, 19. You're making more coin than probably a lot of guys on the team, dude. And you're young as shit. Like, did you run the show? Were you taking the guys out at a weird young age? Because that's when the age that they take you out. Like, how were you in that town? Because no one's really established in that town yet. And you're the big dick. So how did that all go down?
Well, it's not obviously it's not a professional sports town. It's a college town, right? Mm-hmm. And when I first came in the league, you know, it was guys like Jeff Sanderson, Grant Marshall, Kevin Deneen was on your team.
Yeah.
I remember going to dinner one night with, I think, Kevin Deneen, Tyler Wright, and you know, he said, I just got to take this call from my kids, and I think he had teenager kids, and I thought to myself, I'm like, it'd be more normal for me to hang out with his kids and go to dinner with them than it is sitting here with him. So I got lucky because the Ohio State football team won the national championship either that year or the next, and I got in touch with one of their defensive ends. Simon Fraser was his name, and popped around with him. And I remember we used to go to sorority parties, and I couldn't get in as a hockey player. Hockey player, I couldn't get in, but going with him, you know, they would let me in and they would ask what I do. And, you know, I would say, oh, I'm just a walk-on tight end with the Buckeyes.
Why would that, time out. Why the hell would you say that? Let them know who you are. Say I'm
back then it didn't matter.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Now it's changed. You walk around Toronto and you say you're a hockey player, Vancouver, Montreal, it's different. But here in Columbus, if you're a Buckeye, back then especially, now the Jackets have really grown the game and the excitement in the city. But so I used to run, you know, the quarterback Krenzel and Bobby Carpenter, AJ Hawk, all those guys were here in town when I first came. So I would, after games, I'd go run with them around campus.
Did you know that okay, here's my point. Here's the bitch of the whole thing. Is you go into those bars and all the fucking college kids are like, I'm fucking cool. I'm wheeling all the girls. But the girls don't realize that you got all the coin. Okay. Did they not fucking know you signed for $1 million? Like, how are you not
with
the number
bonuses?
one? Shit.
Did you carry your Rocket Richard around with you?
They're in fucking college doing like they're doing like PSA reports, and you're fucking making $1 million, and they're wheeling the chicks. What's going on with that?
Yeah, you know what? It was just the reality of the situation. It was funny, you know, like going from Columbus to New York and then being a Ranger, like the difference, of
celebrity.
I don't want to say respect, but
it's all good.
A good way to put it. And don't get me wrong, Columbus has come a long way, and we're trying to make it a hockey city. But at the end of the day, it's a college football town.
Yeah.
And it's just different being a hockey player here than it is in you know, different cities.
Yeah, no, I get that. I hear some of the younger Coyote players, and we know some of these guys.
Oh my God.
And they hang out with the ASU students. They go to the frat parties,
and they're getting all the chicks.
I know.
Well, they have $57 million contracts.
But I'm curious. You know, Doug McLean. Obviously, he had a long media career, but people forget that he was a coach. Like when you first came into the league, he was like coaching you. Early in your career, he was a general manager. Like, did you get along with Doug? How was he with you as a young kid?
Doug was great. You know what? Doug was awesome. Yeah, he came down on the bench, I think, my second year, once we let Dave King go. He was great. You know, funny story, I remember sitting with him, and we were in Toronto when he used to go in for the draft and do all those meetings a couple weeks before the draft. And, you know, they had the 3rd overall pick, and he kept telling me, he's like, we love to get you, but we know you're not going to be there. You know, we want you in Columbus. We drafted a D. We drafted a goalie. Now we want our forward. And just kept saying it. And I finally told Doug, I'm like, yeah, I think Columbus is the perfect situation for me. You know, let's make it happen. And he's like, all right, you know what? I'm going to make it happen. And Doug said that to me. And, you know, a few nights later, whatever it was, I remember Gino Reda from TSN came running up to me. I was sitting there with my family in the stands. This was about five minutes before the draft started, and he said, "You're not going to believe this, but Columbus just traded up with Florida for the number 1 pick overall." And then I'm telling you, like butterflies in my stomach. I'm like, "Wow, am I actually going to be the first overall pick?" And Doug said what he was going to do, and it was crazy, and it was a huge part of my career, and Doug showed the confidence in me. So me and Doug have always had a great relationship, and he's a great hockey mind. And obviously, I'm biased because he loves me, but it's a cool story.
Yeah, no, I love that story, and I love those type of stories because I think Florida, they were already set on drafting Jay Bouwmeester, and he was considered to be a guy like. Tell me if I'm wrong. Wasn't he supposed to go first overall before that trade was made? So they must have known that they could get him at 3 if they slid down. And what did you know about Jay, like, through Hockey Canada and all that? Like, wasn't he a big-time phenom?
Such a loud talker.
Oh, and he had a buzz cut back then, too. You wouldn't even recognize him.
Yeah. Right. Well, Jay's obviously, you guys know him from the St. Louis Rings, and, he's an awesome guy. And, he played the World Juniors the year before. So, growing up, or I should say being that 14, to 18, that's all you heard was this defenseman out west. He's already projected to be the number 1 overall pick. And I think what Florida was already set on him and already said they were going to take him. And from my understanding was Atlanta had the 2nd pick, and, they already had Heatley and Kovalchuk at the time, so they weren't going to go for another forward. And I guess there was a few other teams behind Columbus at 3 that had a deal done with Atlanta if I was still on the board, which I would have been because Jay was going first to Florida. And Atlanta had their goalie, their Finnish goalie, Lehtinen, that they were going to take. So I knew a lot about Jay, and I knew he was going to be the number 1 pick, and I knew he was obviously one of the best players in the draft, and at his age, and went on to have one of the most successful careers out of that draft as well. But that was kind of how it all unfolded, with Doug stepping up, worried that someone was going to swap picks with Atlanta to get that to get me, I guess.
Jax beat him in the call.
I know, can you believe that? And I think Zetterberg too. Listen, Barrett Jackman,
we love him. We're betting.
Was Zetterberg also a finalist? Remind me, who else was a Calder finalist with you and Jax?
So you're right. That was Jax and Zetterberg, and I think they were both. And it's funny because they still complain about that age right now. The couple of the older guys that are killing it. That a rookie of the year should be to a true teenager or whatever it is. But he won it. He ended up winning it that year over me and Zetterberg, I believe, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Did you let him forget that? Did you ever chirp him on the ice?
We
Nasher?
will for you.
Yeah, you seem like such a quiet guy on the ice. Were you a talker or no?
No.
You know what? And I hate to say this, but, I didn't get paid to fight. Would I fight? Yes. But I feel, and the game might have changed now, but I feel like you guys know, if you're going to shoot your mouth off, like, you have to be able to back it up against anyone. And yes, I would drop my gloves. I've gotten in trouble for dropping my gloves from Doug, telling me he's not paying me to fight. No. He's paying me to score. So, you know what? I feel like I would chirp guys, but I also had a respect for playing with guys like Jody Shelley and Jared Bowl. Yep. I mean, to go to the office every night and knowing that you have a chance of getting knocked out by a punch, I have too much respect to kind of chirp guys and not drop my gloves. So I was careful with when I chirped, who I chirped to, because I truly believe if you're going to run your mouth off and you're not going to drop your gloves, then you're not respecting the game fully. And that might be a wrong way of thinking, but that's how I saw it.
I don't think that's the wrong way, man. And that's why everybody loves you, dude. But on the other hand, too, like, who's chirping you? Like, seriously, you're making a fucking ton of money. You're 6 foot fucking 4, and you're handsome as shit. Like, what are they going to say to you? Stop being so handsome, Ricky, with all that money you have. Like, come on with that. Yeah. Like, but on the other hand, though, like, you did have Jody Shelley. But was it kind of weird? Like, you're dominating Columbus, and are you like, damn, I'm doing really well, like, but the team's just not improving. Like, what do I do here? Like, were you thinking about that throughout some of your years? Like, what do I do here? It's not getting to the point where I wanted to get. I should be getting a lot more attention. Shit, Nasher, fuck, if you're in any other market at that time, like, I know you got paid a ton, but as far as like the popularity and sponsors are concerned, it would have been amplified by a million.
Yeah, I mean, you nailed the point. It was frustrating at times, and early on in my career, I was so worried about just performing personally, and not in a selfish way, but just kind of establishing myself as an NHLer. And then as the years went on, we kept trying to build the draft picks, and we had some high picks, and some guys that turned out okay, some guys that didn't turn out at all. And at a certain point with the endorsements, I mean, my agent and myself, we tried to do the best we can, and we, had a small deal with Under Armour, had a deal with TPS Louisville, but I mean, you put up those numbers in Toronto or New York,
my God,
any big market. I mean, you're going to have Bauer or Nike at the time knocking down your door for an endorsement, and it honestly wasn't like that in Columbus. It just wasn't the market to be able to do that. And then finally, I was 10 years into my career, and I was a captain, and we made the playoffs 2 years prior, and then we were having a crappy year. And, I went to the management, and I asked them what the plan was. Like, what's going on? I'm 28 now, or 28. It was 10 years in. And you know what? He said, we're thinking of doing another rebuild. And Yay. I'm like, you guys have been trying for 10 years to build around me, and it's just not working. And I'm very friendly with the owners here, and I love it here, and I plan on spending my whole career as the Blue Jackets. And I finally just said to them, I'm like, well, why don't you guys start the rebuild and using me as your biggest piece to start it? And at first they didn't really like the idea, but it kind of grew on them, and it it wasn't a situation where I played here for 3 years and we weren't very good, and I wanted out. I wanted to leave Columbus. I mean, I invested a lot in the community, in the minor hockey system, organization. And by 10 years, with one playoff showing that we got swept in 4, I thought it was just time. It was best for them, and it was best for my career to move on.
Yeah, no, it definitely was. And I don't know what the problem was, but they couldn't draft in Columbus. I mean, you look at all these first-round picks that they had after.
Who they got, Andy?
Zherdev, Picard, Brule. They had Voracek, obviously. That worked out. Filatov. I mean,
who?
Listen, they just couldn't draft in the first round. So, that had to be frustrating. Did any of these guys, like Zherdev came in with a ton of hype. He was drafted 4th overall. Did any of these guys shock you that they didn't end up having a good career? Like, that you thought was, kind of a slam dunk to be good? Or were you just like, who the hell are we bringing in?
This guy?
Jared was one of the most skilled guys I've ever played with. It's funny now that you bring this up, because I'm on the other side of the puck now. I'm up in the press box now, and involved in the draft and involved in free agency and all these different things. And for me, one of the biggest things I've learned so far is how important it is to draft, and especially in a smaller market like Columbus. I mean, it's so important to draft these stars. And the guys we had, obviously they all came in with huge expectations, but it just never panned out. I mean, you go off that list of names that you just mentioned, and, there's probably a couple hundred NHL games between a lot of them. Mm-hmm. And then you see teams like Chicago and Pittsburgh and Colorado now, and Tampa, and the way they've drafted, it just makes the
St. Louis.
Gotta throw that in there, homie.
And Yarmo had a lot to do with that when he was here.
Well, I mean, they got the cup, and Yarmo. I mean, to see how hard this guy works, it's crazy. And everywhere he's kind of left has had success. So it's a huge part of it. And you know what? It's no secret we fell a little short in that department in Columbus.
How do you think of Torts and how he reacts to the players and Line A and you're watching from above, and you're a superstar back in the day. Well, you still are, actually. But you watching all these guys and how Torts reacts to them. Do sometimes you sit back and like, oh God, we got to go talk to him, or sometimes you're just like, no, let Torts do his thing, because I know he's established and he's a winner.
Yeah, you know what? Torts has a good heart. He's a great person. I played for him for the lockout season in New York, and I'm telling you, there's not a better coach that I had in all my years that can sense the feel of a game when a player's feeling it on the bench. Cam, I mean, you know this. Some nights you're just feeling the hands, and you feel like nothing can go wrong. You got your legs under you.
Never, Nash. I don't know what the fuck
Cam does not know anything about that.
Nasher, come on.
He knows nothing
Give
about that, Nasher. I do. He doesn't.
Yes, and try to think about it. And he would have you double shifted in a second. So
yeah,
you know what? Torts would love a guy like him, because you know what you get every single night. You're gonna work your nuts off. You're gonna follow the system, and that's what he wants. He wants you to buy into the system. He wants you to buy into the work ethic and show that you're working every single night. So Torts is one of those coaches that when he's gone, and a new coach comes in and you start seeing how he's running things or playing games, you always know where you stand with Torts. And I think, and I know that some players have said, wow, it was pretty good when Torts was here.
Hey, let's talk about the new Bud Light Seltzer.
Oh, yeah.
It's an easy-drinking, hard seltzer that comes in 4 delicious fruit flavors. Black cherry, strawberry, lemon lime, and Cam's favorite, mango.
Oh,
With
mango.
only 100 calories, 5% alcohol, and less than a gram of sugar, you might as well have a few tonight or this weekend. Go to BudLight.com to buy Bud Light Seltzer online. Must be 21 years of age or older. Bud Light Seltzer. Unquestionably good.
Yeah.
Now, back to the interview. All right, so what was the biggest impact when you went to New York then? Because you finally got out of there, you went to New York, and you had some great years there too, man, and some great team seasons, but you dealt with some injuries. But when you got there, did you right away see a difference? Did you just feel like, okay, you know what? I'm showing up to training camp knowing that we have a chance to win. Like, how different was that for you?
It was really different. Some of the cool things was obviously MSG. Getting to play 41 games in MSG was incredible. Going on the road, every road game you went to during warm-ups was just lined in Ranger jerseys. Like the Ranger faithful travels wide, and you got people from New York all over the place. And from a winning standpoint, and I hate to say this about my career, but with losing kind of became the feeling in the room in Columbus, and it was just kind of the norm. And when you lost a game in New York, I mean, it was like you lost a 7-game series in Game 7 in overtime. Like losing just wasn't an option, and especially with the players that we had and the lineup that we had. So it was great for my career. I mean, I would have loved to stay in Columbus my whole career, but going to New York and, you know, having these models and actors and actresses behind the bench, I mean, it was a different level of NHL. Growing up a Leaf fan in Toronto and seeing what an NHL city kind of is, and that's what we're trying to bring in Columbus. And I'll tell you, from the 6 years or 7 years that I've left and I've came back to work with the team now, I mean, it's amazing. Guys like John Davidson and Yarmo, and the changes that they've made here to make it feel that way is incredible.
Yeah, exactly. No, it is a college town, man, and you just got to get all the girls to know that you guys make a lot more money than the college guys. Okay, so speaking of money, okay, you get to New York. Like, give me your setup, dude. You got coin in the bank. You're making fucking money. You're a big dog. Now you're like, I'm in the Big Apple. Okay, so where do you live? Explain to me how you get to the rink. Do you have a car service? Do you even have a fucking car there? Are you going out to eat? Like, explain like your setup on a daily routine, dude. Making that kind.
So it was incredible. Just kind of living in Tribeca. There's about half the team down there. I mean, you go to a cool restaurant for a drink, you know, to eat. There's a different spot every single night. To me, it's the best city in the world. If I was 18 and coming in there with all the coin, I think I don't know if my career would have panned out the same way. Nope. You hear of a lot of horror stories, but I went there with my fiance at the time, which was probably the best thing for my career. But I'm telling you, what a place to go to if you're a single guy and you're making money and you can afford living in the city. So we lived in Tribeca. You could drive to MSG on game days. You only played games at MSG. It could literally take 10 minutes on a Sunday afternoon game, or it could take over an hour, you know, on a weekday in December when Christmas time in New York is just crazy. And then a bunch of us would carpool up to Terrytown for practice every day. So it was great. And that was an hour drive. It was an adjustment being in Columbus where everything's so easy. But that's what you get for being a Ranger. I mean, there's just something. I think Wayne Gretzky said it once that he wished, everyone got a chance to play in New York and be a blue shirt, because it was it was that cool. And when I saw a video clip of him saying that, I couldn't agree with him more.
Okay, so, but there's so much. You just mentioned the actors and the supermodels, all these people that are around. So, like, when you walk into a restaurant or whatever, how do people react? Like, when you're a Ranger player and you consider all these other celebrities are around, do they still treat you like you're a big dog? Like, you have the Yankees there too, the other athletes.
Yeah,
like, you guys all mingle and like, hang out together. Did you get to meet some of those guys on the Yankees too?
Yeah, I met A-Rod one night with the Yankees, but I'm telling you, New York is a hockey town. I'm not saying, if I walked in there and Jeter was in there, that they were coming over to my table, no chance. But for the most part, as a Ranger, I mean, you get a lot of respect. You get the reservations, you get the show tickets, for the guys going out, you get the tables at the hot nightclubs. You get a lot of respect. And it is a true hockey town. I mean, the Rangers have been there forever, and they love it. But yeah, I mean, football, I think they have 9 professional sports teams there. But I will say they love their hockey, and we never had any problem getting reservations or anything like that.
So does everybody live like in apartments, like in Manhattan? Like, I mean, you said Tribeca. So, like, for people who don't know where that is, and like in relation to like MSG, like, break that down for us.
Yeah. So MSG's basically in Times Square, a couple blocks, 10 blocks away from Times Square, right in Midtown. Tribeca is what they call downtown, which is down by the Freedom Towers there. It's kind of the suburbs of the city, I guess. It's where all kind of the people that live in the city with families live there. So half the team was there in apartments, and then the other half was out by the practice ring, usually guys with older kids that kind of wanted the school system out that way. The airport was out that way. For me, I'm like, I know this isn't going to last long in New York. I hope, 5 to 10 years at the most. So I was taking full advantage of everything that city had to offer.
All right, I got to ask you about Henrik Lundqvist. Like, having him as a goaltender, and like, he's a supermodel. I don't know if he was sitting behind the bench, like who you're referring to when you say supermodels, if that was like King Henry or whatever. But how much did he run like New York City? How big of a deal was he, like in his heyday, in his prime, just in terms of his celebrity factor?
Yeah, he's the king of New York. What what else can you say? He's he ran that city, and off the ice too, but on the ice, I talk about a superstar that works harder than anyone else that any other goalie that I've ever kind of played with. I mean, this guy puts the work in. There's a reason why he's a world class goalie, but he's Mr. New York. I don't think I've ever seen a guy in track pants or shorts. I mean, he wore suits to practice.
Oh God.
He always had things going on the side. I mean, he's the ultimate competitor. But
was it too much though?
He'd wear suits to practice.
But was that too much? Like, were you like, okay, you're too perfect, and I can't relate to you as a teammate?
You know what? He's a goalie, and we all know that goalies are kind of on their own page. And with his performances on the ice, I feel like he could do whatever he wanted, or whatever he wanted. And
did women go up to him like crazy? Okay, so I know he might have been married at the time. I'm not saying, but when he walked into a bar, did people stop and say, "God, look at this hand! Oh, that's him." Or was it just like automatic? And I mean, God, how did he deal with everybody? Because when you're that handsome, you're just in a different stratosphere.
He's a different level. When he wouldn't come out much, but when he did, it was a different level of celebrity. Everyone knew his face. Everyone wanted to be around him. Everyone wanted a piece of him. There's only a few guys in the league. Like you could guess, Crosby, McDavid with Lemieux and Gretzky and Jansen. I mean, with those
that's not
players,
funny. Like, that's not funny, Andy. He's serious on that.
They just want a piece of you, and that's how it was with him.
Okay, you guys go to the Stanley Cup Final. First off, what did that mean for you? Just to people maybe people probably had some whispers in the background because you were in a losing culture. Like, you can't win with Rick Nash. Like, you guys got to the to the final. You kind of changed your game a little bit too. You were playing more of like a two-way game, like still having an impact, but like maybe impacting the game a little bit differently than how we had seen throughout your career. And how healthy were you in the playoffs? Like, were you back to being 100%, or were you playing with an injury? Because I know you missed a ton of time that season.
Yeah, I mean, after multiple concussions, it's tough to say that you ever come back the same. You always kind of got that set in the back of your head. How bad's the next one going to be? It's only a matter of time before it happens. So it's unfortunate that had an impact on my career. But going to the finals, it's just amazing. And you see St. Louis do it a few years back. Just how many things have to go right.
Oh God!
In order to win those series, it's crazy. And you know what? For me in my career, I wish I would have had more playoff games when I was younger, just to kind of know how to adapt in those situations and, not be so eyes wide open when you get there and just have that confidence to play your game. And I feel like as you mentioned, as my career went on, I kind of adapted my game to a complete forward instead of just a goal scorer. And I truly believe that's what's got me on the Olympic teams was, to be in a defensive shutdown forward role. But in New York, I was there to score goals. And obviously I didn't score as many, especially in the playoffs, as I would have liked to. And I think I could have been a bigger difference in playoff runs. But I didn't get that experience at a young age, and I'm not making excuses. My game was just not good enough in the playoffs, and it was really too bad to sit here retired now and look back and think of things that I could have done better. But that team was firing on all cylinders, and they were ready to win at that time, and they didn't have time for me to kind of figure out the kinks of how hard it is to win in the playoffs, and it was an adjustment.
Time to talk about our boy Dan Bellman. Ooh. Bellman.com. That's with two N's, not one. BEHLMANN.com. Hey, check out the new inventory. Check out the pre-owned vehicles. You looking for a Chrysler, a Dodge, a Jeep, or Ram? How about a Cadillac or a Buick GMC? All in Troy, Missouri. Get your new wheels in time for the winter. Now back to the interview.
But you talk about your concussion problems. Like, how bad was it, man? We've had a bunch of guys on this podcast, and we talk about concussion problems and stuff all the time. But was it bad enough where you're sitting in your fucking room spinning, and you can't fucking sleep, and you can't eat, and the windows are down, and you can't see sun? Like, was it that bad?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was that bad. I mean, there was times when, back when I first started getting them, the quiet room was kind of the way to go, and now, they try to handle it being a bit more active. But I will say it affected my play, where, you would go run and gun and drive to the net and be first in the corners. And then, you have 2 or 3 concussions and it changes your style, which affects your game as a power forward. And, then you start throwing family into the picture and kids and you start seeing these, older athletes with huge long-term problems. And obviously we're dealing that with the PA and the NHL alumni. I mean, it's a real issue. So was I ever bad that I couldn't eat or I couldn't sleep? No, I was never that bad, but I was bad enough, if this makes sense to you guys, where it had to change the way I played because any blow to the head was another concussion.
Okay. So remind me how you got your, I don't know how many concussions you had, but you had obviously one that you missed a lot of time that year. And then did you get another one that forced you to retire after your final season? Like, were these dirty hits? Do you know exactly how it went down? Because I'm just trying to remember exactly how you suffered these concussions.
Yeah, so it kind of first started in New York. Lucic caught me pretty good behind the net, and it was a tough hit. And back, I don't know if it's a concussion or if it's neck spasms. I tried to play a few games and just didn't feel right. The team doctors are there and the trainers and they're kind of not pushing you, but they're saying, we think it's your neck. It's that issue. Then I had one in San Jose where Stewart caught me coming out of the winger zone there in the defensive end, just below the blue line, where that was one. And then I ended up getting traded to Boston And, I put myself in a vulnerable situation right on the boards again as being a right winger, left shot. I reached for a puck on the backhand. And by reaching for the puck, I kind of stuck out my head, and Paquette just caught me right. And it was my worst one. I started getting all these like light orbs, these flashes around my eyes. And, they would go away, and I would line up for a face-off. I'd go for a hard skate, or I'd, do something really intense, and these flashes would come back. And so, I met with the doctors and did all that after the season and tried to work through it. And they just wouldn't go away. And the doctors said, it's like, this might take some time, but they're going to go away. It's did a bunch of scans of my brain, and they said everything's fine in your brain. It's just more of the visual thing. And for me at that point, playing kind of with this disability, having 2 kids, one on the way, it was a good 15 years, 14 years. It was a good run. I'm left with these kind of light orbs. And for me and my family, it just wasn't worth it. So did I want to walk away from the game? No, it's the game I love. Could I have kept playing? I don't know. I've had a few doctors recommend I don't. I've had a few doctors say you should be fine. So I don't know. I just kind of wanted to get out when I still could, and not be affected any more than I already was, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, 100%. How much do you miss the game? Like, have you ever sat back and said, man, I regret retiring, or are you at peace knowing that you walked away when you did?
I'm at 100% peace with it. I always say my kids are my Stanley Cup. I never got a chance to win that. But they fill that void in my life. I got to win a couple gold medals. And you know what? Jarmo's helped me a lot with that adjustment of retirement that a lot of players struggle with, because he's allowed me to come in, pick his brain, be around the team, be around the management team. So he's been a big piece of that. But I sit upstairs and I watch warm up, and it's so much fun to be out there shooting the shit with the guys. Then the lights go down and you come out of the tunnel and the music's pumping. Obviously not this year, but the fans are going crazy and you have that rush. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps talking about it right now. And then I think about the rush of scoring a goal and having the cannon go off or the horn go off.
So annoying. It's so fucking annoying. No. I'm stopping you right there. That thing fucks me up.
Remember
every goddamn
when the
time.
All-Star game was there? It went off like every... Did you play in that All-Star game, Rick?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Ricky, yeah.
Yeah, I was there. But those are the things that I miss. I miss the competitiveness. I miss going to battle with 25 other guys. I miss finishing a bag skate at practice and then stretching around the circle and chirping the boys and laughing. Like that's what I miss most about hockey.
All right, just a couple more for you.
Yeah,
You've been great, man, and we'll let you go. But you had a chance to finish your career in Boston, though, and I know you went from Columbus to New York. That was eye-opening. But then you go to like an original 6 team, and they've got true, legitimate superstars up and down their lineup. Yeah. So what kind of impression did Boston leave on you, even though you were only there for a handful of games?
Yeah, Boston left a huge impression on my career, and especially on how I see how you kind of build a team now. I was only there for 3 months, and I can honestly tell you that maybe the Stanley Cup team or the team we made the playoffs in Columbus the one time, but other than that, I have never been around a tighter group of guys. And it was obviously led by Chara and Bergeron, and Backus was there. But even kind of Krug, McAvoy, DeBrus, Krejci, Marchand, who I couldn't stand playing against him. I mean, he had to be one of the guys I hated the most. And then I get there, and I truly feel that he's one of the underrated players in the game for skill. And then off the ice, he is literally one of the nicest, best guys I've ever been around. So it's kind of funny. Boston left a huge impact on my career.
All right, 2-part question. First off, you scored
maybe
the best goal ever, and you said you get asked about it in every interview, so I wasn't going to ask you about the goal against Arizona. But Great goal.
We all know.
You can comment on that if you want.
I scored one the other night.
But then,
like
as a Canadian kid from the streets of Brampton to play in a couple of Olympics, you played in 3, I believe, and you won 2 gold medals. Like, I know you said you didn't have the Stanley Cup, but you have your 3 kids, man. You've got 2 gold medals. Like, what do those mean to you?
Yeah, those mean everything to me. I mean, especially the one in 2010 in our home country. I mean, it was crazy. And then Sochi obviously had a totally different feel to it. It felt like we were on a business adventure, and we had one job to do. And once we got it done, we were literally wheels up, I think 4 hours later, back to North America. But those 2 gold medals is kind of something cool that I get to show my kids. And, you know, being a proud Canadian that you always get to kind of have in your back pocket. It's not a Stanley Cup that I would have loved to have. And, you know, on that goal, it's funny. It's still, you know, we were just doing a thing for the Jackets for 20 years, and it was voted the number 1 goal in Jackets history. And it's always fun to talk about, because we talk about a team going to the finals like the Blues or winning the Cup, and how many things have to go right. And just on that goal alone, how many things had to go right. And that goal changed my career. I remember the next day when, you know, I had to go on ESPN. I mean, I've never done an ESPN interview and top plays and get to go to the ESPYs. And it was cool. And, you know what, everyone does ask me about it, but I'm proud of it. And it was a big part of my goal, or my career.
I don't even think it was that nice, to be honest with you.
hey, can you listen, and I don't want to like make light of the situation, because concussions are very serious, but Cam caught me in the head last week.
Oh, Andy, shut the
fuck up. Can you tell, and we were playing a little pickup game. He got his hands up high. Can you tell Cam, keep your hands down low? You don't need to be trying to be a hero out there and finishing guys in the head where I hit the glass, Nasher. Hit the glass hard.
Nasher, he doesn't wear shoulder pads. He thinks he's fucking jacked out there. He doesn't even wear shoulder pads. I can't feel sorry for him. I'm sorry.
See, you need a Jody Shelley to go over to him and just make sure everything's good, right? But the problem with Cam is Cam would drop the gloves with anyone, so it didn't really matter in that situation.
Can we fly Jody in, please?
To do what? He's going to be on my fucking side.
Really?
So now you got 2 heavies on your ass.
Jody's on TV now. He can't be TV.
I know.
He's a pretty boy. We're going to get him on, too.
Hey, last thing. We just had Babcock on. Was he different? Like I know you never played for him in the regular season, but in the Olympics, like in a short tournament like that, did you like playing for Babcock?
You know what? With Babs, I mean, I'm still tight with Commodore. And I love Mike, and you know, we still try to play on golf trips all the time. And you know what? The only thing I can say about Babs is, for my 2 weeks that I was with him twice, he was great. I mean, he had you so prepared. He had you ready for anything the other country was going to show you. And I thought for those 2 weeks, he was a great hockey coach. I can't comment on him for having him for a few years or a few seasons, but I thought he was a great coach for the Olympics.
All right, we'll ask you about Hitch next time.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, you guys know about him.
Oh yeah.
Man, go enjoy yourself, dude. Man, you sound great, and you got a good gig going on with Yarmo, who is a fucking great guy too. He's been on the podcast, so everybody loves you, dude. You had a great career, and you know, I should have been drafted second over in 2002, but whatever. We don't talk about that.
I would have took you from the Spits, and it's you know, it's pretty cool to see you guys doing this. Like, it's I think it's important, and you guys kind of take layers off guys to open up. So anytime you guys want to have a chat, keep in touch, and I'm proud of you guys too. It's pretty cool.
All right,
how's Thursday sound for you? I'm just joking.
Nasher, we're coming to Columbus.
Yeah, hell yeah,
or maybe New York. Meet us in New York. We'll go to New York
right,
too.
We're not going to fucking Columbus, Andy.
All right, boys.
They don't care about the people that make money there, although we don't anyway.
All right,
see you, Nasher. We love you, buddy.
Say hi to Yarmo, will you? And Basil.
See you, buddy.
Will do. Take care, guys.
Okay.
Right on, dude.
See you, bud. That was Rick Nash. Cool ass dude,
fucking awesome, man. Cool cat, dude. Doing this thing in Columbus. Good gig. Probably has a badass house. Fucking.
Would you want to be the assistant to Doug Armstrong? We can talk to him about that.
Hell no.
Because Nasher's the assistant to Yarmo.
Man, I don't want to be.
Would you want to be the assistant to the GM?
Assistant to anybody. I mean, I don't even want to do, like, I'm asking to do TV stuff, and I'm like, oh, God, I got to get on the station now. Like, we're just so lucky to what we have, Andy. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to put a suit on anymore. I just want to sit down and do nothing and talk about to the Saskatchewan people and Swedish people that we have in our audience here. Like, I don't want to put a fucking suit on, but I'm going to do it here and there during playoffs. But man, I just like what we do, dude. I don't want to be the assistant. No. I want to sit here and talk.
Well, he
shit.
hasn't exactly asked you to be his assistant. We should put that out there. Okay.
You just asked
you know
me.
what? You're my assistant. Is what you are. You're my assistant. You kind of are.
Kind of. It means you do all the work.
That's going to change.
Yeah. Have me do it and see how it works. I don't want to be assistant to anybody, but Ricky Nash has a great gig, man, and he's perfect for it.
And he deserves it.
He deserves it. I'm a plug.
How much do you think he made that rookie season, dude?
1.2
was because this is before the salary cap world and where they had caps on entry-level contracts for people who didn't know.
No, I guess so. I got a big deal.
It was the most lucrative deal for a rookie contract ever.
Yeah. It was
1.2, but then he had all these bonuses structured.
He probably made a couple schmil that year, dude.
But a lot of these kids now, they make $3 million plus, man, on entry level deals. Who
not now?
Oh yeah, like the top guys.
Oh wait, what?
Like guys, the superstar.
Not their signing bonus or anything.
No, but with their entry level, then they get bonuses based on like if they get a certain number of goals, assists, and
you
points.
get 90 fucking goals. We'll give you $1 million. No, like, okay, have fun with that.
Like the Kachucks, Marner, Matthews, all those type of guys, dude, they're making more than $3 million on their rookie deals. Yeah. When you include all their bonuses. You get those A-level and B-level bonuses, dude, as a big-time, high-end draft pick.
Yeah, but you got to hit them.
You got to hit them. Some guy, not everybody does. I'm not saying that.
My point is, like, some of these cats, I told you, my first-year juniors are getting $1 million signing bonus, like, right there. Like, there you go. Like, okay, I got $200,000.
Yeah.
They
get bonuses for, like,
$200,000.
Finishing top, if you're a defenseman, like, finishing, like, top 3 on the team in ice time and stuff like that.
Totally. Yeah.
Another couple $100,000. Years ago. So
what'd you get in your bonus at Parkway North?
Oh, I was getting, like, I think I got like some free like a Gatorade at lunch or something, you know.
Paper towels, I'll take those right now.
Got like a nutty bar.
Yeah.
But you know what?
That was back in the day.
So listen,
oh, here we go. No, don't get too in.
No, check this out.
Don't waste people's time.
So a few Blues, I'm not gonna say who it was. Some Blues players called me. They're like, dude, you gotta call out EJ. So it was the last game of the
Eric Johnson.
Oh yeah, last game of the regular season in Nashville, and he had it in his contract where if he didn't, if he played and didn't get any points, then his point per game average would fall below where he needed to be to get a bonus.
Yeah.
So if he played and then got a point or two, then he's all good. But if he didn't, whatever.
So what do you do?
So he didn't play. He had like an injury, whatever the injury was, and he didn't play. So you know how they are. It's like last game of the season, Blues weren't making the playoffs or whatever, and they're like, dude, you got to give it to him. You got to write in your story about how he's not playing. And, so I just write in there. I didn't say he's like faking an injury or anything like that because I didn't know. I think he had a serious injury. There's a reason why he didn't play. But I just said, Eric Johnson reached this bonus by not playing. If he would have played and got no points, he would have cost him the $250,000. Oh yeah, and he was getting like $200,000. So what I'm saying, like the bonus structure.
I would have been like,
anyway, some people got pissed off about that I put that in there because it looked like I was accusing him of not playing so he could reach a bonus and whatever.
Well, kind of were, you fucking donkey. And EJ's our boy.
Oh,
too.
He didn't care. He called me. He was like. He didn't care. He thought who told you that?
He got it, and he didn't spend any money that night when we went out. That fucking cheap ass.
But isn't that funny? Like, I mean,
we love him.
Everybody knows all this about everybody's contract and stuff like that too. I don't know how you
cool
guys find that out.
I had a blast with him, man.
We're gonna get him on.
Oh my god, I had a blast with him. Oh fucker.
He's younger than you though.
Yeah, right? I know.
Not much.
Andy,
is he 30 now?
Yeah, he was young. He's
2006.
He was by my
drafted.
side. He was by my side a lot.
Can you do the math? If he was 18 in 2006,
Andy,
what is he now?
Andy, I don't know. I don't know.
Come on.
I don't care.
Brody, what is he? 35. Oh, is he?
No, he's not. I'm 36, dude. He's 30, dude.
He was 18 in 2006.
Yeah, I was 23.
So that's like 15 years ago.
No, he's got me. I got him by 5 years.
33.
Yeah.
32, 33.
Oh, fuck. I only got him by 3 years. That wasn't that big of a deal. Fuck that.
Well, you were drafted 4 years before him. So let's say you're 4 years older.
That wasn't that big of a deal.
No.
If you're in a relationship with a girl, that's not a big deal.
No.
I was in a relationship with a boy, and that was Eric Johnson when it comes to like hanging out wise.
Is Kate younger than you?
No. He's older than me.
Is she? She acts way older than you, too.
She looks like she's 20. I look like I'm 50.
Are you weathered?
I'm weathered. Especially today. Jesus.
I'm like 2 years older than
you look
Laurie.
Young, Andy. You look young as shit.
I wheeled her, Is that how you say it? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know how. I can't picture you wheeling anything.
You can't picture it.
It's just
Dude, picture
funny.
it, bro.
No, because she's cool as shit and she's good looking.
Yeah.
And And then, your kid looks like Taylor Hall, and I'm like, oh, okay, now I get it a little bit. But it is
all my kids, man. All my kids.
They all look like Taylor.
All right, so we appreciate Rick Nash for coming on.
They're all going to be great athletes, Andy. That's what you got going.
I won't let them play for the Sabres, though.
Who gives a shit?
I'm not letting them play for the Sabres.
Making $9 million, you can.
Although, yeah, I guess so.
No
Although Buffalo was my team as a kid, man. I had a Rick Vibe jersey.
They wanted you to play for them.
I had a Rick Vibe jersey with the C on it. I used to love the Sabres. All my family's from Buffalo. And to see that franchise, dude, like, I don't even know. Like, how can you stay so bad for so long, dude?
Andy, I don't know, homie. It's not good, though, baby. Again, they're lucky they got a good fucking fan base that just fucking sucks it up.
They're passionate because they love the game, dude.
Yeah, and they watch every game.
A lot of Canadian transplants, too.
Canadian boys
over there in Buffalo. All right, as always, the Cam and Strick Podcast brought to you by Car Shield. Again, you know the phone number, 800-857-2481. 800-857-2481, carshield.com. Mention Cam. That's the promo code. You're going to save 20%.
Damn right you will.
Cam, you'll save 20%. Mention that promo code. All right. Again, when I drive black tie, dude. I figure whatever the hell I want. I go to the fleet of cars that I want for that day, and then I make a selection. They drop it off, and then they take the old one away. I don't have to do anything.
It's easy, man.
Dude, it's so easy. I have the app on my phone. I just go to my phone. What do I want to drive today?
Fucking Corvette, baby. Let's go.
So you want to drive black tie. That's what I suggest. Keep it handsome. Get the shampoos and the conditioners. Don't underestimate that. I used the beard balm this morning. It's just really just amazing. I did it yesterday by the fire, too, just outside. I take it everywhere I go.
What's your wife think when she
just
wastes
loves
that shit
it.
on your
No,
fucking
she
face?
loves it. She's like, what's that smell?
She's like, fuck. Is Andy acting like
the kids
he's
are like, where's
again?
Daddy? She's like, he's beard balming.
Why doesn't Daddy shave ever? Because Daddy didn't have a beard.
I mean, I put it in my pocket, dude. It
Your beard?
Oh, my beard balm fits right in my pocket.
Yeah, it does.
You should hook it up too, and send us a picture. I want to see it on Instagram and Twitter. Dude. I want to see those Fight Ugly hoodies.
Yeah, dude. I want a T-shirt, homie. By the way,
promo code Cam and Strick. You're going to save 15%.
Yeah,
so that's a pretty good deal too. 100%
goes to a good.
Montreal Resource Center.
Right
yeah, did you forget that?
No.
Okay.
Because I got pissed on. Remember?
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Raven pissed on me in 5th grade, and I had to bag his ass.
Yeah, I know. I heard about that.
And then we took him out and took care of him.
Yeah, I heard all about that.
My dad fed him and gave him clothes and shit.
So call Mirko, man. He's the man. You know who else is the man?
Who?
Dan's the man. Dan Bellman.
Fucking right, motherfucker.
Brownie said the other day, he's like, man, I love how you guys promote Dan Bellman.
Goddamn right. Everybody knows Dan. He's a fucking wheel here, dude. Everybody knows him. All the women go buy cars from him because they're like, feel good walking in there and no one's creeping them out. He's a fucking man.
So dude. Jeff Brown, again, it's not Jeff Brown, but Dan Bellman. They're boys. They play golf together all the time.
They do.
Brownie was a hell of a player. We're getting him on the pod soon.
I know. We're getting Brownie.
It'll be fun to have Brownie.
We hung out with him the other day.
All right, so Dan Bellman, check it out. Troy, Missouri, man. 2 N's, BEHLMANN. They got the Cadillac Buick GMC, the Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, all in Troy, Missouri. Stop on in. Best customer service anywhere. That's what you find with Bellman over there in Troy, Missouri. All right, Daredevil Hockey. Again, protection is everything. Don't go cheap on protecting your kids. And don't go cheap on protecting yourself. Don't go out there playing men's league and be like, oh, yeah, and then all of a sudden end up in the ER because you got a skate laceration and you can't be in court the next day when you're a lawyer or you're a doctor or you're selling insurance and it's going to cost you money.
Losing money.
Don't do that when you're playing hockey. Protect yourself. That's what I'm doing. Mention the promo code Cam and Strick. You're going to save 25%. That is an unbelievable deal.
Big time deal.
Daredevil Hockey.
We're going to take some pictures with this shit, too.
Oh, yeah. Lightweight, compression-based layer designed with Kevlar cut-resistant fabric overlays.
That's how it is, baby.
It's been tested, dude. You cannot cut a skate with this. All right? Protects all the vulnerable areas, upper and lower body from skate lacerations. This is so important. Parents, you know what I'm talking about. Protect your kids. Don't mess around with this. You don't even know you have it on. So important. DaredevilHockey.com. Check that out today. Tell the parents one thing, why they need to do this, though.
Well, because you get cut all the fucking time, dude. Like, I got cut so many times, you don't even know you're fucking cut, and all of a sudden you look down, your whole skate.
Think about the vulnerable areas, though, where you can get cut, and how dangerous those areas are.
So just, like, let your kids get used to this shit. It's so easy to get used to.
You don't even have to get used to it. No. Like, you don't even know that. They won't know they have it on, dude, when they're 5, 6 years old, okay?
Yeah.
Just say it's part of their equipment.
It is.
My kid, Ty, when I showed it to him today, dude, he was so pumped to put it on. Like, he loved it, man.
Yeah.
He didn't want to take it off.
That's why he's getting invited out to the alumni games.
Yeah, he didn't want to take it off. Carlo Kolyakovo, longtime NHL defenseman endorses this product, man, and turned us on to it, man. So, again, he wouldn't BS us. I'll tell you that right now. So, again, check it out. Mention the promo code Cam and Strick. You're going to save 25%. Love having Daredevil Hockey on with us here on the Cam and Strick Podcast. We love having Rick Nash on with us. Great career, over 1,000 games, well over 400 goals, man. And some people talk Hall of Fame with Rick Nash, so we'll see how that plays out later on in his career for the former first overall pick. All right, we enjoyed having him on. So thanks to Rick Nash for joining us here on the Cam and Strick Podcast.